I'm just going to have to hope here that the airbrush is not going to blow these over. The little pegs on the bottom are very, very small. There's a very small area actually being adhered to the tape. Fortunately, they're not very big. Although the one on the left is a little bit on the tall side and it is kind of scooped to catch the wind. So yeah, we'll find out. Let's do a dry run here. That looks pretty good. Let's do a wet run. Sorry, I'm getting my fingers in your way again. Just want to make sure that this is pushed forward as far as it's supposed to go. Feels about right. Yeah, we'll let that evaporate now, and it should be as good as if it was just one piece. Now I was thinking of just, sticking this on the masking tape and painting it along with everything else. But I really don't know where this goes. And I was going to paint all those other small pieces in the dark gray. This may not look good in dark gray. So I'm going to page ahead in the manual here and try and figure out where this goes and see what it's up against. Okay, I had to go way ahead to step 55, but I did find it. It goes on the back of the funnel, right close to where the catapult is. In other words, it goes right here underneath this little platform thing. This is where it goes, but they don't want it put on yet. Obviously, because it's the thing has to be put down on the onto the deck of the main deck of the ship. And then this part that we just made here, then that will mount partly on the deck and partly up against the back of the funnel. Anyway, I'm giving you more information than you need here. Just for the fun of it, let's see if we can find that in Stefan's book. Okay, I'm not going to pretend that I'm paging forward and suddenly finding it. I found it about 5 minutes ago. This is it right here. I'll put the camera overhead and I'll zoom in. Now, before we zoom in on this part down here, I want to draw your attention to all the stuff. Like, look at the mechanism here. They would turn the spotlight on this side. That would mean if there was 8 of these, there'd be 8 of these things. This ship was just loaded with stuff. It would have been so interesting to be able to just roam around at will and look at whatever you want. You can sort of dream about if all the doors were unlocked and you could just, go through the ship and just see everything. Wouldn't it have been absolutely fabulous? Okay, here's this thing that we're working on right now. And you can see all the, the little, well, I guess they weren't so little, the wheels on the top there that probably were used to open and close something, probably some sort of vents. So, okay, what color do we paint it? Well, if we look at this picture, it looks like it should be painted the same color as the funnel. And being as that the funnel and all the large pieces on this model are going to be the light gray, then this should be the light gray. However, if I turn the page, look at that. It's almost black. It's definitely not the same color as the funnel. So I guess if I was to, paint it dark gray, it'd probably be right too. And I'm going to be doing dark gray in a few minutes, so hey, why not? Of course, on the other hand, then if I do the dark gray, then the little pieces that I'm going to be gluing on won't contrast with it. But maybe they'll contrast with the back of the funnel, so yeah, I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. You know how it is. Okay, here's another thought, and I should have thought of this before. If I'm going to be painting it all dark, doesn't it make a whole lot more sense to just glue all these pieces on? Yeah, paint the thing all as one unit. I think it can be done. In other words, I just wasted a whole bunch of time here. Oh well, I had fun, right? That's what this is all about. Having fun. Now I was going to try and glue this piece in here first, and then I thought, you know what, it might be easier to glue in each one of those little individual pieces first and glue this one in later. But you know what is a real pity? Look at the detail on the doors that they've that they put on these little cabinets or whatever they were. And the sad part of it is they are going to be facing in towards the back of the funnel here, and nobody's going to see it unless you use a little tiny mirror or something and look back at it. But that's okay. Yeah. Well, I think the easiest way is to just start from the center and work my way out. I gotta turn this around. Okay, I'm going to hold it down and move it with my finger. Something like that. Now we'll turn it around. Once again, I'm sorry about getting my hands in your way. Now this one. Should go right here. Oh. Doesn't look quite square. Maybe my other tweezers. Hey, you know what? I put it the wrong way around. Okay. You know what, folks? This is going to be almost impossible for me to easily hold this so that you can see what I'm doing. I've got to do it so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I'll show it to you after I get them all on. Whoops. Well, anyway, you got the idea. Thing is, we're not done. Still got to get the photo etch on. The two little ladders and this piece here. I was going to start gluing the photo etch parts in the appropriate places on this thing. And then I started thinking about my little ladder here. You know, the one that I bent in the wrong place. And I was just wondering, could I straighten that out? And I know that I can't really use Andy's photo etch bender for that because where the parts come together, it's kind of rounded, and I just can't quite get it in there right. However, could I maybe modify these? This is my photo etch, bending tool. My elastic band broke. Okay. Anyway, it comes together pretty good, but it also has the problem in that on the sides here, it's like Andy's bending machine. It's not sharp, but I was thinking, how would it be if I was to take on the end here? Let me zoom in a little bit and I can show you. Okay, I'm trying to get the light to reflect off of the edge here so that you can see that it's kind of, you might say, rounded, whereas on the very end, if I was to, well, you know what, I think the easiest way is to just show you what I'm talking about. Wasting a lot of time here just talking. Okay, now the idea is when this comes together, it's going to be flush on the end here. Okay? I think I might have little burrs there. Now I don't want to round this over. I'll be right back to where I started. I just want to maybe just very gently get rid of some of the burrs. We'll stick on the macro lens and see how it looks. You know, this is kind of off the subject, but I just had another elastic band break. I'm wondering if there isn't some sort of chemical reaction going on, between the rubber on this tool and the rubber that's in the elastic. Okay, I think if I hold it just like that, you can see where I've ground the ends so that they're perfectly enough for us. Yeah. See if I can turn it around without having it fall over. Aw. Now I better fast forward through this because it gets a little bit tedious. It keeps falling over on me, and I keep straightening it up, and then I move it, and you know me, I was poking. And it falls over again. Then I straighten it up. Well, I do eventually get it. You know, I used to be really good at this sort of thing. Well, I guess I'm still pretty good for almost 73. I think it's almost 73. I think my driver's license has my age on it. I better check and see what it is. Anyway, I do eventually get it. Okay, it won't fall over now. I haven't squeezed yet. It's just something here to push it back in. Okay. Now, so let me check the monitor, make sure we got this angled right here. Okay, now, if it's going to straighten, we should see it happening. Whoops. Okay, I'm squeezing right now. Poke that in. It's stuck in there. I believe we got it. As the musical that I just watched went by George, we've got it. Okay. Well, it's better anyway. Not perfect, but better. Okay, we still have a little bit of blue tack on this thing from the last time we used it. Looks like there's paint on it. Maybe I better reposition it a little bit here. Might not be big enough. All right, now the ladders have to go on the sides here. So let's make this so it's going to be easy to lay the ladders from the top. They won't fall off. Now maybe if I take and swing this around like this, okay, it'll be easy for you to see, and it'll also be easy for me to see. Ah. Okay, we've repositioned in such a way that it's sort of being supported by the cloth here, and yet the blue tack thingy is still helping to keep it from falling over this way. Yeah, I think this should work. Now you will notice here that there are little, what looks like places designed that the ladder is supposed to go in. Something like that, I believe. I don't know what else it could be for, except for the ladder. And if you look at the pictures in Stefan's book, that's about where the ladders come down. Well, I'm just trying to get it so that it's hanging straight here. I think that's the way it's supposed to go, and yet this bottom part of the ladder is sticking out of the bottom here. So I don't know, does that seem right? Maybe it should be a little higher. Let's move it up a bit here. There. Now it's flush right here in the back. Or on the bottom, I guess it would be once it's standing up. Okay, see if I can drop a little bit of CA glue there. I'm wondering if I shouldn't see if I can't maybe lay something on here just to hold it down, because I know when I go to touch it with the needle, it's going to want to stay stuck on the needle. Now, I actually have not tried this yet. The other end of my jeweler's screwdriver is up on the edge of a tuna fish tin, so that only the tip of the screwdriver will come down. I think that'll be alright. Now, just as long as I don't glue the screwdriver to the part. Okay, we'll get ourselves just a little bit of CA glue on the end of our applicator. Now, I don't want it to hook on there, because this needle is kind of hooked on the end. I don't know if you can see that. It's been trying to figure out how I can file that hook out of there. So let me check my monitor. Am I getting it? Maybe just a tiny bit more. My screwdriver's moving. Okay, I'm pretty sure I got it. Okay, now about 5 minutes has passed. Oh, it's kind of crooked. There, it's straight now. now it's straighter. I did the other side pretty much the same way. Now this piece here, it's some sort of a back that is supposed to go on. I'm just doing a dry run here. Now, as near as I can tell, it's supposed to go something like that. I think I'm going to have to bend it a little bit. Right now it's kind of dish shaped. In other words, it's up on the ends here. If anything, I'd want it the other way. See if I can straighten that out. I think if I could get it something like that, it'd be okay. Maybe it has to come a little bit more my way. Well, I can move it around after I get the glue on there. Yeah, you can sort of see. I'll move it a little bit here so that you can see. There's little places here that it looks like it's supposed to just... Well, I did say I was going to move in, didn't I? Now you can see there's a little bit of a protrusion there, and another one right there, and I think the idea is that this thing is supposed to be, you know, the corner here is supposed to be just above that. That looks pretty straight. You know, I'm thinking that maybe what I should do is, I'm going to put some extra thin on there. Just let it wick its way in, and then I'll reinforce it from the other side with CA glue. There, do you see it go? I could see it from the top here. Okay. We'll let that liquefied plastic solidify, and I should be able to handle it without it falling off. Well, time is marching on here, and there's a good chance that by the time I get this video uploaded to YouTube, it won't be processed in time so that you can watch it at 5 o'clock Winnipeg time. However, this came just now, and I'm going to show you what it is because it's related. Okay, this was recommended, and the idea is that if I use this instead of the double-sided tape, I will not have tape gum stuck on the bottom of my little part. But you know, we're going to have to wait until tomorrow to try this out, because I don't know if you can see my watch or not, but yeah, it's almost 1 o'clock here in Winnipeg right now. And this is a long video, and like I say, it takes YouTube a long time to process a long video. So if you're watching it late tonight, you'll know what happened. In the meantime, thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow, and we'll be trying this out on that piece, I think.